Pick the one that's the largest number. So in that on that first line of either section, that is your predominant element. Second. So you all have a general idea of what your predominant one is. Okay, let's explain this to you, and I explain this in several different ways. When you are born, when you are an infant and you come into this world, you absolutely have every piece of knowledge in you. You know Feng Shui, you know every religion, faith, you know every language. It's where you were dropped on the face of this earth as to how you're showing yourself right now. So you learned English because you happen to be born in the United States of America or wherever. So if you know everything, you have the ability to be all 5 elements. I am so not Earth. I am not Earth. But when my daughters were 5 and 7 years old, if I took this test, I was Earth. Because I had to be. When I was the president of a company in town, I had to be metal. I had to organize, I had to get that place into shape. It was a mess. So if I would have tested then, I'd have been metal. So here's the thing, ladies. You are all something to the world and you're showing it. And it is your but know that you have all 5 in you. Even in dealing with your relationships and your house and your space, it's important to know who you are. But that at that moment in time, you need to shift and bring another element out. In fact, it's kind of neat to hear Vicki, and I'm not surprised, is all the same number in every single element. So that means you're kind of figuring it out. And that's really cool. I really struggle with my earth and my water. So I, at times, have to play that part, and I have to shift and be that. I have to be the nurturing one. Sometimes I just have to get out of the way and go with the flow. So I will even, to pull in my earth, I will change the color I'm wearing today. I'll shift to brown. Anybody that knows me knows I wear a lot of brown. Now that's intentional. I want to bring out the nurturing side of me, my feminine side, so I wear brown. So there are colors involved with each of them. Okay, fire's red, earth is yellow or gold, metal is white or silver, water is black. I know that sounds weird, but when you really look at water, it is black. It's not really blue, that's the sun shining through it. Wood is green. And they each have a shape too. But the important part is that if you feel like that day you want to bring something else, there's actually a way to do wardrobe using relationships. I'm going to tell you the constructive way. We're going to talk about that just for a minute. This is all on thegreatfulgoddessclub.com. I just wrote about this. Okay, the constructive and destructive cycles in dealing with elements. This will be on, and I may end up doing it more every month because there's so much information, you know, more than once a month. I want you guys to really learn this so that you understand too that there are constructive and destructive ways of working with people and working with your space and everything around you. Think about the cycle. Everything's in a circle and everything's in a cycle. People say we're in a recession. Well, whatever, we're just in a cycle. If we just get over that and know that we'll be out of it in a minute. So think about this. We start with water. Water is the beginning of everything. Water feeds wood. Wood feeds fire. Fire feeds earth. Think about why. If you burn something, it's ash. It contributes to earth. And then earth feeds metal. Okay, that's what produces our ore, and all of the metals is earth. And then metal produces water, and you're going to say, how does that happen? Here's what the Chinese noticed. You set a piece of metal on a table long enough, there's condensation that sits on it. So it does produce water. Okay? So that's the way to remember the 5 elements. That's constructive. Now, if you take that wheel and spin it the other direction, it totally is destructive, and it's not even a quiet destruction. It's like if somebody really wants to shut me down and I'm fire, all they have to do is be massive earth to me. Because earth completely, when you take earth and throw it on fire, what happens to the fire? Puts it out, and fire goes the other way and destroys wood. And so you can see the cycle, and it becomes absolutely destructive. Watch a couple marriages around you and see if you can watch what kind of element the husband might be and what kind of element the wife might be. And here's the interesting part. Men's tendency is to have one element, possibly a second, and they have a difficult time knowing how to pull the other ones in. This is a feminine trait. This is a responsibility on the feminine side as a goddess to use all 5. Okay? So, if you have a fire husband, be careful who you are today. Or maybe you're not in the right relationship because of that. So you have to decide kind of where this stuff goes. Also dealing with children. It's also good to do this with your children and see why they won't talk to you today. What's going on? You know, I mean, it's good to know who they are. I gave birth to a water. So it freaked me out. I didn't know what to do with her. It's like, what do I do with her? And it was hilarious going through life. If I'd have known this then, it sure would have helped. I would have, you know, just allowed the child to be who she is. She's got a little fire in her now, which is kind of fun. Okay, this is going to be a real fast and furious quick lesson on Bagua, but very important, and I'm going to, instead of directly relating it to your house, I want to go simpler than that. I want you to think about your bedroom, okay? Stand at your door in your mind's eye at this moment with your bedroom. Hold the Bagua in your hand. You all have a Bagua? Take that Bagua. The front of the Bagua where you're standing is career. Now, the door could be either at career, or it could be at knowledge, or helpful people. It always has to be on that front of the Bagua. It is stated, the words are lettered, the direction that you should read them. So when you're standing at your door for your bedroom, where is it in relationship to the room? Okay? A lot of you will have it on one side or the other. Very rarely is the door in the middle of the room. Okay? So you'll lay that on there. And here's some fun things to do in dealing with a Bagua. Let's just say, and I love doing master bedrooms, by the way. Master bedrooms are powerful. Next to doing the house, it is the most powerful thing to do. And then an office is also very powerful. Let's just say you're feeling like you could use a little more money right now. See that lovely purple color? My favorite thing to do is a beautiful purple amethyst crystal in the corner of that room. Now, you can put it there, you can throw anything purple there, but remember what I talked about? What's most important in Feng Shui is the intention, okay? And that is the third eye. So the third eye being intention, make sure that you intend something specific with it. And you've also heard the law of attraction. Don't state a double negative. Don't say, I wish that my money would quit draining out the door, or that my kids would quit spending all my money. I want you to say something a little more positive about the money flowing as needed. You get what you want when you need it and when you need it most. And in somebody else's time, maybe not yours. But do think about the positive statement. Don't do a negative, that's all the universe hears, including this intention. There's also a really nice chant, and I'm going to give it to you today. And it's 6 sacred words, and they're in Sanskrit. And the Chinese lucky number is 9, and you'll say it 9 times. So it's called the 3 secrets of reinforcement. You'll place the object, state your intention, and then repeat this 9 times. Very simple words. They're all 2 and 3 like this. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. There are these 6 sacred Sanskrit words to sacredly place in the universe your intention so that you can manifest whatever that is in your life at that moment in time. Now this is for enhancing things. It's not necessarily for adjusting. It can also adjust if you have issues with your house. And again, I'm not going to have you lay the Bagua on your house. Houses have weird corners and angles and arms and legs, and it would take a little more work to show you how to do